welcome to another meeting of the Afterschool Anime Club. My name is Max Newland. I'm your host and one of the chapter co-presidents. And with me today are two very, very, very special guests. You know them, you love them. First of all, he may be licensed to pilot a bus, but probably not into the negative force. It's Max Kostrak.
I've never driven a bus in my life, and now I'm feeling a little disappointed about that fact. Hello, everyone.
And she's here, but she might have to leave early so she can go to Evil Computer School. It's Stevie Matos.
You know, hadn't seen a floppy disk in a hot minute. Was really, really happy to see that callback. It's nice. The save button for you children.
I feel so old.
That was called the Floppy Disk Children. It was not floppy, but it was the sequel to a thing that was floppy.
Yeah.
So,
Symbols upon symbols.
So wild.
you know, we think we invent symbols.
No, we don't.
But the truth is, they invent us.
What came first, the person or the symbol? Who knows? That's actually a big question that I have.
We ask the big questions.
I wonder if we'll find an answer.
I don't know. I don't think so.
If you come to enough anime club meetings, you'll find the answers to all questions in life.
We're gonna get there. We're really gonna figure this whole thing out. Life, the
That's
universe,
the goal.
etc. Anime's the key.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think we're coming off of a pretty wild episode, right? I mean,
Oh,
last
yeah.
time we talked about the DiC dub. We are back in the DiC dub again today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, we sure are.
Yeah, we did some jumping around. I peeked under the hood to see which episodes would have like plot development and character introduction so we could get to those. And I am not at all disappointed with what we chose.
No, we got some
No.
stuff to talk about, listeners.
We really do, actually. I'm very excited about these.
But before we begin, an ill wind blows.
Oh,
No,
God.
I hate it.
So
God damn it. We didn't
scary.
even talk about the...
Why does our podcast start out so scary every time?
We talked about taxes instead of this. Fuck.
You think you're scared now? How will you feel when you are banned for life?
Again? No.
No!
I've adjusted the rules. You'll be happy to know I've adjusted the rules
Okay,
to banned for life.
still.
Oh, cool. So you can keep track of them this time, so you know what your rules are.
Yeah.
got a notepad
I'm
out.
gonna
That's
keep
good.
gonna keep track of my own rules this time. So this time, what
great.
I've done is, the last one was fiendishly difficult in a way that, while fun for me, was likely not fun for you. So I have made some considerations. So there is a theme in this episode, and the theme is that all of these songs are specific character tributes, and I'm gonna be telling you the name of the artist as well. So you just have to give me the name of the song.
Ooh, okay.
I've slimmed it down somewhat to
okay.
make it a little easier and make it a little more straightforward.
Got it.
Now, the optional hint that you can get is a section of lyrics.
Ooh.
Okay.
Man, okay, I feel like we can do this. Stevie, we've got
Yeah.
this.
Now,
We got this.
there is still a cost. Every time you ask me for the lyrics, you are adding to a counter.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
The counter goes up to 6.
Oh, like that that Cthulhu game where
Yes.
you slowly go crazy.
Yes.
I'm having to create a
Okay.
more, like, an advanced score sheet over on my end just to figure out what we're doing.
As the hint clock advances, that number will grow until it hits 6. At the end of the game, we roll 1 die. You must roll above the current hint clock, or you may be placed in jeopardy, where your only hope for salvation
We
would
have
be
to
to
play
guess.
Jeopardy too?
No,
Wait, what?
if you do not roll above the number shown on the hint clock, you have to answer
Okay.
a special secret bonus question, or you will have to post one of these videos on your Facebook wall.
God, I had so much time to update my Facebook. I knew this was coming again.
I even told you.
I just updated my Facebook, so but it was a sappy love letter to art, so it'll be fine. Whatever.
Well, that's a good preview, because these are all very sappy, and they are love letters to
no.
a certain kind of art.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let's dive in.
I'm excited. Let's go. Yes. These are always really great anime music videos, though, so I'm very excited.
To balance the scale, if you all defeat me, I will do this. I will also, impose the
Oh, so
penalty
no
upon
matter
myself.
what, somebody's fucking posting a
Someone's posting.
music video.
Yeah.
Great.
That's fine. That's fine. Haha.
I'm ready.
Haha in advance, because we're going to win.
All right, team. I hope you're feeling good. And this is still a team. This is a team game. I like doing team games
Right.
now. So the first video is a Dragon Ball Z video uploaded in the year 2000. It's a character feature for the character Gohan.
Oh.
The band is 3 Doors Down.
I mean, is this? And no final answers yet. But Stevie, is this?
No.
Is it Kryptonite?
It feels like it's got to be Kryptonite.
I mean,
like,
it's, yeah.
what's the other? I'm just, yeah.
I'm trying to think of other songs, and the only one that is coming to my brain is Kryptonite. And I know that a lot of music videos were made with it.
Yeah, because it was a very good, popular song.
All right, let's do it. Final answer, Kryptonite.
Let's go with Kryptonite.
I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all I knew, you're correct.
Yes!
Yes.
Right? See, it's not as hard this time. It's a little more friendly.
I just appreciate it because that was one of the answers that I just
I
threw
also,
out.
I'm
what I
just
thought.
writing this down so I can go back and watch it later. I want to watch all of these.
That video was called Gohan is Superman by Dex Sting. Pretty
Good job.
direct with that one.
Yeah, not
Love
very
that.
subtle.
No.
Very good.
Okay, video number 2.
Okay.
And again, these are all from animemusicvideos.org. Go there, support them.
Amazing.
This is a video for Outlaw Star, and this is actually a ship tribute. This is a tribute video to Jean/Melfina.
Oh, okay.
Something traditional.
This is a song by the band Train,
Oh, no.
and this video was uploaded in 2002.
It's Drops of Jupiter.
Yeah, it's got to be Drops of
It's
Jupiter.
Drops of Jupiter. It's Drops of Jupiter.
I'm so glad you said that, Stevie. I would not have pulled it.
Oh, it's Drops of Jupiter.
Well, she's back from that soul vacation, tracing her way through the constellation. That's
I knew it.
Light of Day by Alternate Futures, featuring the song Drops of Jupiter.
I was just like, and now she's back from the atmosphere.
Drops of Jupiter in her hair. They got so fucking big in like the mid 2000s and then again in like 2011. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yes.
resurgence. Yeah, Train's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. It woo, woo.
Circular
We're
track.
right back in that station. Hey, it's always on time.
Are you ready for number 3?
Yes.
So this one is a Tenji video, and I went outside of the timeline that we usually occupy because this one made me laugh so hard.
God.
This one is a Ryoko tribute video.
Oh, God.
This was published in the year 2011. The name of the performer is Katy Perry.
Oh, my God.
Ryoko tribute, Katy Perry,
2011.
2011.
Roar. Is it Roar?
Remember, if you pay for a hint, I can get you some lyrics.
It's either Roar or Firework. No. Yes. Do you want to pay for a hint? Let's pay for a hint, because Katy Perry's been pretty prolific. Let's go for a hint.
You're so hypnotizing. Could you be the devil? Could you be an angel? Your
No.
touch magnetizing. Feels like I'm floating.
No, please. Oh, God, it hurts. It's not. Oh, what is this? I can hear this song, and it's actively harming me. I can hear this song in my head.
Futuristic lover, different DNA. They don't understand you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the song E.T. by Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's E.T. Yeah, it's E.T. I was like, how's it go? Oh, God.
When I saw that, I was
man.
like, okay, this is the one that's going in. This is the Tenchi one.
Newman was actually just watching that on his own time. This wasn't for
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah. There were so many Ryoko tribute videos on animemusicvideos.org. It's crazy. Okay, this one is for a Gundam Wing character. It's a tribute to Duo Maxwell, one of my favorite anime characters ever.
My original boyfriend ever. The first boyfriend of my whole life. Duo
My
Maxwell.
original boyfriend ever, Duo Maxwell. So this is a video that was published on Anime Music Videos in the year 2004.
Okay.
The band is Bon Jovi.
What?
What? Bon Jovi?
Hmm?
Oh,
2004,
can I name
Bon
a
Jovi.
Bon Jovi song.
Duo Maxwell.
I'm trying to think of a Bon Jovi song so that I can say,
The song that keeps popping up in my head is not Bon Jovi. It's the Goo Goo Dolls. And of course it's Iris, and I know that's wrong.
So extremely different, these two groups.
what is happening?
Think about Duo and what kind of political position he occupies.
See, you've got me here, Newland, because I haven't seen Gundam Wing.
You haven't seen
Oh my
Gundam
God,
Wing.
it's been so long since I've
Okay.
seen it. No, it's been so long. He's like, not an anarchist, but he's very like, oh man, oh no. This is our fourth
Is
one.
Living
We've
on a
got two
Prayer
more.
a Bon Jovi song? I don't know Bon
Yes.
Jovi
It
songs.
It is. Living on a Prayer is a Bon Jovi song. Yes.
Do we know
You want-
any others?
No. I don't know any other Bon Jovi songs.
oh no!
I don't.
I'm not good at trivia.
I say we just go with Living on a Prayer.
Hey, we came up with one that feels like a victory to me.
Yeah, same.
I'm so sorry. I was not
Okay.
living on a prayer. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive.
Oh, that's
Wanted,
Bon
Dead or
Jovi.
Alive is the
I know
title.
that was Bon Jovi.
That's a Bon Jovi song. The title of the video is Duo, Dead or Alive by Lizard_Dance.
I love this community.
This is
Yeah.
so great.
If you ever made an anime music video, reach out to us, please.
Yeah.
Please. I would love to support your work. I will retweet it.
That's the one
At
we'll
least.
post.
I got a fifth one here for you. It is a Sailor Moon video.
Okay,
Yes,
relevant.
let's go.
This is
Let's go.
a character tribute to Usagi Tsukino, otherwise known as Serena. This is published in 2003, and it's set to a song by the inimitable, indomitable Britney Spears.
Oh,
2003.
2003, Britney Spears.
Is it
Usagi.
Lucky?
I'm gonna also say, is it lucky?
Are we locking that in?
How do you feel,
Oh
Stevie?
God, she was so prolific.
I
in
only know
2003.
classic
It
Britney
could-
Spears.
She's got a big discography. I'm just saying. It's a-
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, it could be Lucky. It could be. It couldn't be Toxic.
I feel like that would be a
it could be
shipping
Oops.
focus, or yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
Oops,
a
I did it
shipping
again,
focus.
maybe, and just like constantly playing the
Maybe.
transformation and one attack clip.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of like the lyrics to Lucky. She's so lucky, she is a star, but she cries.
Oh,
she
then
cries all the
yeah.
fucking time.
Okay, I
She
didn't
cries
know
all the fucking
that.
time. From her lonely heart.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay, let's go with Lucky.
You almost had it, folks.
Oh, God damn it. No, it wasn't. Oops, I did it again.
I
I'm
made
gonna
you
be so
believe
mad.
we're more
God-
than just friends. Oh, baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean I'm that
Oh,
serious.
man.
It's
Come
close now. It's
on.
we've gotten 3 and Newland's gotten 2.
2. Ugh.
That was Usagi. I think I did it again by Kirena _Tenno.
Usagi, I think I did it again.
That's good. That was a good pun. I appreciate that one.
Man,
I
if
would
you-
post
okay,
that one out of respect.
If you think that's a good pun, I cannot wait for this video is the reason I wanted to do this game in this format. Okay, this is a
Okay.
Naruto video.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
It is a
Oh,
tribute.
boy.
It is a tribute to Gaara. Do you all know Gaara?
Sand guy? Is that the sand guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
It is.
I know who Gara
I'm
is.
not telling you the name of the band because it's a one-hit wonder. You'll get it immediately.
What?
It's from 2006. It's a character tribute to Gaara from Naruto.
Kara 2006.
Stevie, do you think we should use a hint on this one? We've only used one.
Yeah. We
And
should
that
use
keeps
a
our
hint.
odds
Yeah.
pretty good.
There
Yeah.
are no lyrics in this song.
What the fuck? A one-hit...
Dude, you just...
This could be so many things. Okay, this could be... and it's Gara.
Gara.
Darude Sandstorm, final answer.
Oh! No!
That's correct.
Yes!
This This is fucking genius.
Incredible. It shot through me like a bolt of lightning.
Incredible.
This fucking genius.
I'm trying to breathe.
I'm sobbing in victory. I cannot.
Yep. This person
Oh my
made a
gosh.
7.5-minute joke. It's a long song. Did you all know this? It's a very long
So
song.
good.
Amazing.
That is called committing to the bit.
Yes.
And I fully
Yes.
respect this person.
Yes.
I did know this was a long song because when I went to Otakon for the first time and the last time ever in my life, I danced completely. Like, I danced to the entire duration of Sandstorm by Darude.
Wow.
Not a short
and boy,
song.
are my arms tired.
Oh, man, I was raving so hard. Yes, I had so many glow sticks. I was 13.
Okay, so
I was proud.
So-
I'm still proud. I was a cool kid.
It sounds like it.
you two cool kids
I was.
moved the. It's tied up. No, it's 4-2. You got me 4-2.
No, it's not. It's
I was
42.
going to say, whew,
yeah.
you've taken 2 hints,
was
but
like,
that's for the dice roll.
You moved.
Max is taking notes.
You moved the hint clock up to 2, but fortunately for you, you rolled a 3, which means that you do not have to incur the penalty. However, there is one last. There's one last bonus round.
Oh God. Okay.
There is basically no stakes here. No matter
okay.
what happens here, you win and I lose and I have to post. But I did want to share this with you because it is totally outrageous.
I do want to know it.
Me too.
This is a Sailor Moon tribute video to the character Luna from 2004. And
Okay.
I'm not telling you the band because again, this is a one-hit wonder, or not really a one-hit wonder, but they're so closely associated together. And it's very appropriate for the summertime.
The summertime. Oh. Da, 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 da,
You might step outside and
What's that song?
wipe your brow and say the first words of this song when you step outside and it's hot in the summertime. Hopefully you won't.
It's hot in the
Hopefully you won't collapse from heat exhaustion on stage while you're performing this song.
Oh no.
I'm certain these hints are going to make sense in retrospect. I'm completely lost.
Stepping outside in the summer.
And it's a
I
hot
just
one.
keep thinking of that song. It's a hot one. Oh no. It's
The audio from that Sears commercial.
I was thinking it's gonna be a cool, cool summer. That song. I'm gonna hear on my own. But I don't know. I don't know the word. I don't know the title. I don't know that title at all. I know it's from a movie about surfing.
I'll tell you the song in question is a collab between an artist who would form a band later and a specific guitarist who's very famous and very prolific.
Oh no, it is Rob. What's his face from Matchbox 20 and Santana, isn't it? Oh no.
just like the ocean
It
under the
is
moon.
fucking-
It's the same as the emotion that I
Is
get
it
from you.
serious?
Smooth by
I'd
Santana.
rather be listening
Rob
to.
Thomas and Santana.
Someone made a Luna tribute to Smooth by Santana, and I do not know why, but God bless
Post
them.
that one.
Max, I
That
know
one
that you
deserves it.
lost and that you have to post the music video, but I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for doing this game.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Band
Yes,
for
thank
Life
you.
is so good.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I will post that one on the Facebook page. I will post the Luna one on
Okay,
the Facebook
I'll get
page.
you a link. I'll find that for you.
Thank you. I will absolutely do that because that is hilarious. Also because like Santana just like had a whole
Yep.
thing. I hope he's okay.
No, he's fine.
I hope he's doing well.
back to he's good
Oh,
now.
good. He was just an old dude in the heat.
There was a scare.
That's a bad combination.
Yeah, there was a scare.
74-year-old man who's done
Yeah.
many drugs in his life, heat exhaustion, not a good example. Not a
Yeah,
No.
I'm happy that he was okay, like legit, because he's like one of like the best guitarists like ever.
I didn't make
legit.
this joke when it happened because of what we've said. You know, the fact that he's 74 years old, a legendary musician whose talent cannot be understated, whose talent cannot be overstated. It is very fucking funny to me that the guy who wrote "Man, It's a Hot One," like 7 inches from the midday sun,
Yep.
had a heat exhaustion episode.
You would think he would hydrate a little bit better, but you know.
Irony is real and it's all around us.
It is real.
Absolutely.
Can't escape it. You know what else we can't escape? The 1995 DiC dub of Sailor Moon.
Let's get into this.
It's amazing. Let's
this
go.
This summary's going to take a little bit longer than average, so thank you for your patience, listener. For this episode of After School Anime Club, we watched episodes 5 and 7, or the episodes that DiC calls 5 and 7 of Sailor Moon. And this is what happened. Episode 5, Computer School Blues, focuses on something humans call the computer. Serena's lax study habits are worrying her parents, and Luna too. Speaking of Luna, a mysterious contact tells her to check in on the new transfer student Amy from Brighton Academy. Serena decides to show Amy around town, but she has to leave early or she'll be late for evil computer school. New superpower alert! Using the Luna pen, Serena disguises herself as an evil computer school superintendent and sneaks into evil computer school, only to transform into Sailor Moon immediately anyway. The teacher demon reveals her true form and attacks using Usagi's only weakness, math. When all seems lost, Luna calls upon Amy to use the magic words Mercury Power, and she transforms for the first time. Her Mercury bubbles create a diversion that gives Serena the opening she needs for her Moon Tiara magic to do its thing. Amy, also known as Sailor Mercury, wraps up the episode by advising the kid watching this to give school a chance. In episode 7, An Uncharmed Life, scary things keep happening. The buzz around town is that a whole bus disappeared near the shrine at Cherry Hill, and not for the first time. Serena would rather be gaming, but her friends appeal to her superstitious desire for good luck and love, and she agrees to visit the temple. The shrine keeper's granddaughter, Ray, senses evil, but knocks Serena out by mistake. Despite having the same name as when he was the evil trainer, Jed is undercover as the shrine's caretaker, stealing energy. Hey, this new girl, she's really feisty and decisive. Luna's getting big main character vibes from her. Amy and Serena investigate the bus disappearances, and in the process, witness another one. Serena seeks out Ray for advice and is rebuked when Ray thinks she's being accused. Luna surreptitiously drops a strange and beautiful stick for Ray to find and urges Serena not to miss the next bus. Serena transforms into a flight attendant and attempts to implement Sky Law, but the bus is consumed once more anyway. After Ray confronts Jed, she's sucked into a portal as well, where Serena transforms and immediately throws the tiara, and for the first time, it doesn't work. Until it does. Until it doesn't again. Mars power allows Ray to transform as well, and her Mars fire ignites the evil driver, bringing all of Jed's plans down in the process. In the end, Mercury holds the portal open while Tuxedo Mask drives everyone safely home, and Jed promises not to get duped by a bunch of middle school children again. Serena ends with a plea to use public transportation to save us from the climate apocalypse.
What a couple of episodes of anime.
And we were complaining
What
that
the shit?
not enough stuff happens in this show.
Yeah, I will
When
say
so much
that I
happened.
will drop that complaint entirely because a lot of stuff happens now that the plot is moving and we have new characters.
Yeah.
And it's not just the same
do.
exact thing. I feel
Yes.
like we, to call back last episode's metaphor, are now in Sailor Moon proper, and we've entered through the front gates.
Absolutely. We are here. Things are happening. I still feel like the bad guys, Queen Beryl and Jedi are still kind of like stuck on square
They're
one.
spinning their wheels. Absolutely.
They're
They're
spinning-
doing
they're
They're
nothing.
still spinning their wheels. But we're at least forming a team on the protagonist side, which I'm really here for sure, between these two episodes.
Which necessarily also, if you're going to bring other characters in, it requires there to be some contrivance that means that Usagi can't just end the fight immediately anymore, which
Yeah,
adds tension,
exactly.
which is more interesting.
I agree completely. I'm telling you right now, I am always going to get Sailor Mercury and Sailor Neptune confused because I associate Neptune with water. And every time I look at Amy, I'm going to be like, why aren't you Neptune?
Yeah, what's up with these bubbles?
Always. What's up with these bubbles? Babe, but why are you Mercury?
Now, an
Babe.
interesting thing is going on here with the names. Ray and Amy, those are the American names for Sailor Mars and Sailor Mercury. Those are their names in the original Japanese as well.
Oh.
That's
They
cool.
just gave them, Americanized sounding surnames, except in the case of Ray, who they they like characterize her as a Japanese immigrant.
Oh.
I think probably because
That's a
you
little-
can't really get away from it in her. You can't really get away
Yeah,
from the
probably 'cause of the
Japaneseness.
temple
Yeah,
and
'cause
yeah.
Because she's in a whole ass shrine. Because she's in a whole ass temple. But yeah, they have to we have to stick with this. We have to just localize it and use this as a
She's Japanese.
as an educational
Yeah.
thing. She's Japanese, except that we could have done that with the buns, but we called them donuts. I'm never gonna get
Or
over that.
meatballs if you're Darien.
Yeah.
Weirdly, they decide that her name is Raven and she goes by Ray for short, but they leave her Japanese surname alone, her Japanese family name.
But here's the thing, she gets two ravens as familiars, and honestly, that's
hell yeah.
amazing.
Her powers are so fucking cool, right?
Sailor Mars is
She's cool.
easily my favorite of the main crew so far. Like,
Yeah,
no
well,
Yeah,
question.
Sailor Mars fucking slaps.
Okay.
She's so cool.
Sailor Moon can throw her hat. Mercury has bubbles, and I'm like, okay, what is this gonna be? I legitimately did not know what Sailor Mars' power are, and
Pillar
she pulls
of
down,
fire.
like a fucking black mage pulls out a flare that a
Yes.
column of fire that incinerates.
She casts
and
Xenoglossy.
like immediately knew what to do. She was like fucking Enochian cooldown. Let's
go,
go.
dude.
Like
She was
ready
like,
for it.
immediately ready. I was like, girl, you better finger gun that bitch to smithereens.
Like, cat's talking. Okay, I'll say the magic words. Okay, fire time.
She's like, I can do
ready
this.
to burn.
Fire. Let's go.
The thing that I loved most about her, like right off the bat, is what Luna's talking about in the beginning. She has she behaves like a protagonist. She's very active immediately. She is collecting information. She has a goal.
And in that episode is pretty, I mean, that goes pretty clearly against what Usagi is doing, which is being a big
Yes.
crybaby and hanging onto the bus sign and not showing that decisiveness. Okay, the bus thing completely. How did this town not collectively lose its entire mind when they said 3, but if you do the math, it's 4 buses at least. Full of people disappeared
missing.
one day after the next.
How's anybody still taking that bus?
Literally 3 days in a row.
And there's no cops. There's no like.
The police are trying to keep it under wraps so people don't panic.
yeah.
Excuse me, people haven't come home. Like that's
somebody's
you know how
gonna
many people can
notice.
fit on a bus? I think somebody's gonna notice is something like 50 people, like 100.
Many
some
of them
people.
school children.
Let's assume many of them kids. Y'all just gonna let these kids be true? I'm gonna tell y'all. Look, Tenchi Muyo letting the kids just not come to fucking school. Sailor
School
Moon,
got
kids
blown
not
up.
coming to school.
Fuck those kids.
The bus got teleported into the Negaverse. Stuff happens.
And they're like, sorry, stuff happens. I mean, it's crazy to me. And also, I like how too, I know, like, I like how we're going backwards, but it doesn't matter because we're all out of order anyway. But I like how the lady who comes into the shrine and tries to blame Ray for the missing kids, and Ray's essentially like, I run a shrine. What do
It's
you?
not my bus.
I don't run a charter. That's not my bus. Like, why would I have anything to do with the public and or chartered bus system? Get out of my house.
It's really funny how many times she says that she doesn't run the bus in this episode. Like she keeps coming back to this.
Doesn't run the bus. It's really funny to me. I like how also when it comes to investigative stuff, I kind of low-key, high-key love how Amy is already better at this than Serena is. And Serena's been doing this at this point for 7 episodes. Amy's like, everybody looks really out of it. Serena's like, oh, they're just sleepy. And Amy's like,
Mercury's a little brutal, honestly. Like calls out Usagi several times.
constantly is like, well, maybe if you were, what did she say? She said something. She definitely was like, well, you're always out of it, or you don't study ever.
Yeah, she's already naturally always out of it. She also calls her a silly, lovesick frog.
Yes.
Damn.
With her mouth hanging. Oh, on top of her being a lovesick frog, is Serena bi?
Oh yeah, there's this moment with Ray.
There's this moment with Ray where she's like, oh wow, she's just really pretty.
All the girls have this moment with Ray.
And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. Serena's bi. She got a whole crush on Ray. I love that.
Ray
That's, like,
gets her jabs in
rights.
at Serena also. I just wanted to point this one out from the very end after Tuxedo Mask has his moment and then leaves the way he always does. Ray says to Serena, if he liked you so much, why didn't he stick around?
Damn, I know, right?
Roasted.
And then she's like, he does like me. And I'm like, that was not the point. She's saying you have attachment issues,
Got
sweetie.
you, dude.
She got you. On the sense of Tuxedo Mask, have some questions. Where'd he come from?
Yeah,
my God.
man.
Yeah, can we
what's
talk-
How
going
can he
on
drive
here?
so many?
This moment's so
How
funny.
can he drive so many buses?
Essentially, here's what happens, and I know you had this in the summary, but Sailor Mars defeats the villain, and we like jump cut to Tuxedo Mask in the driver's seat of one of these buses in the Negaverse, ready to go.
But yeah, because in a parallel universe, that's the thing. I'm like,
How did he
you
get
to
here?
the portal?
What does he do? How
did you get? How long have you been here? What are you doing? How do you drive a bus that is not on a road? Because they're
Oh yeah,
suspended in
didn't
like
even
the
mention
air
that. The buses
or
are like
whatever.
floating, like the end of
Yeah, he
Spider-Verse.
ties the buses
buses are just
together and
floating.
flies them back through a
Does
portal.
he tie them together?
Yeah, there's rope.
That's how
You
he
can
gets
see
them off.
rope between
Oh,
the
God.
buses.
I didn't see that. Okay, because I was like, how are you gonna drive all the buses at once? Because that was the question. That was my other question. How are you driving all the buses simultaneously, sir? I was like, and then he was like, but my favorite thing is that once he gets the buses back into the regular universe, he just goes, I better get home.
Time to go.
That's it. Bye.
Time
My
to go.
contractually obligated 45 seconds of screen time are up.
It's so stupid.
Here's my theory. Tuxedo Mask was absolutely hiding in one of the buses, and he was like ready to come out with a rose to just throw and whatever that the rose he throws does. But then he saw Sailor Mars is there. He's like, I'll
got it.
just drive the bus.
Never mind, right?
She can handle it.
It's so ridiculous. I was like, what? Also, I like how Mercury doesn't turn into Mercury. She just prays to the planet to keep the portal open.
Yeah, what power was that? I don't understand.
I don't know.
We're still really vague with powers and things like that. For example, let's just talk about the lunar pen. This.
Hell yes.
I was wondering where the pen should, honestly, as you know, because as somebody who never seen it before, but is very familiar with all the swag, especially like ColourPop Cosmetics came out with the Sailor Moon line.
Ooh.
So like things like the brooch is like a compact mirror,
I've
and
seen
like the
these.
pens I think are like eyeliners or brushes or something. They're part of the makeup set, and I was like, I wonder what those are in the show. So I actually really like the pens.
Oh, as a
I
prop,
know that they call
yeah.
them sticks. For like they're really
the
cool. I
design
think
of
they're very,
all the
very
Magic
cool.
Girl stuff is immaculate. I mean,
It's so dope.
it's all time. The power that
Yes.
comes with this pen.
So weird. I don't know what the fuck. Where do they come from?
She essentially gets disguise self. Like she's able to change what she looks like, and she uses this in each of the episodes in the most ineffectual way. This is such a useful power. In the mind of someone who can be a little creative or like think about how to use it. And her decisions are to get into the computer class, she turns into a superintendent looking person.
Yes.
And again,
And blows her own cover
she
immediately.
is in this form for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But she has a really cute bob.
Yeah.
Her bob is real cute. Her haircut was real cute. I was like, okay, you better look grown. Come on, Serena. So cute. I just had to.
Hello, everyone. It's Newland from the future. Editing Newland, if you will. So, some pieces of the recording for this session were lost. Just kind of dropped out. This thing happens when you've been podcasting long enough. Yeah. Some little bits were lost. I was able to edit around most of it. Anytime there is a silence I wasn't able to edit around, I'll put some music in for it so you'll know what happened there. For this particular section, though, a longer discussion got started because of something that got clipped out, and I just wanted to make sure the context was here. Stevie's talking about how the main purpose of Serena's transformations seems to be to establish her as an authority figure, even though it doesn't always match. So anyway, think on that, and the episode continues.
She looked really. I love how she was a superintendent like person, but like.
Transformations is to give her a sense of authority.
Yes.
But it's an authority in the wrong
Yes.
context. So like
Yes.
even also the flight attendant,
Dude.
she was like, I arrest you. And I'm like, you are if you're a
Can
flight
flight attendants
attendant.
do
I
that?
don't,
Flight attendant cannot arrest a bus driver.
first of all, I don't think a flight attendant can arrest a bus driver. Second of all, I don't think that's how, if this is a chartered bus, I don't think that's how that works. What?
There has to be some kind of something must have been lost in translation here, I'm thinking, because I simply
I
cannot.
gotta be honest with you, this looks like a flight attendant.
What the
The
fuck is
winds,
going
the
on?
stars that fly by the screen. I will go back and watch and confirm, but I do feel like this is a flight attendant.
Strong Air Force vibes, but I want to watch like the 2015 like redub and see if they change that at all.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I want to watch it and see what they changed it to, because she says, "Oh, the flight attendant" or something. Like she like doesn't decide, and the pen makes a choice.
The or something makes it feel like the dub is really pushing this angle. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it feel like
yeah.
they're trying to plant
That's
the seed
why.
in your young mind that nothing Japanese is happening here.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I wonder what it was. I mean, even if it's like a meter maid or something, because I don't know. It could be a meter maid.
So
I don't
this
know.
episode is number 10 in the actual series run. So
Okay.
So
Wow.
at some point we'll go back and have a look at that and report to you.
Absolutely. I want to know. I want to know what that was supposed to be. But I like that she got that's another thing with the edit of this dub is that one, also in our defense, we are jumping around in the defense of the show. They're like wands or whatever. We don't know when they get introduced. So by time we're seeing them, they're like established as like a prop that the girls use often. Like one, like Sailor Moon uses it to transform, but obviously Mercury, as we saw in episode 5, Mercury gets it, and that's how she transforms. And Mars gets it. Although I don't like the fact that they called it a stick. When they
Power
introduced
stick.
Mars, I'm like, it's not.
What is this?
Power stick? What is this? What is this stick? But I also say, oh wow, what a strange and beautiful stick when I'm also outside and I see a real stick.
We all have within us the deeply buried urge to find and carry a good stick.
Oh yeah,
That's fair.
anytime you go outside.
That's true.
It's not just
what you're
dogs.
looking
Gotta
for.
get you a good stick.
Not just dogs, people.
No, gotta have a good stick. You really do. I love that.
Also, what happened to the Andrew crush? Like, I just like,
We
thought
got
that
about
you
10
had a crush
seconds
on
of Andrew.
Andrew.
He found a floppy disk.
and that's about it. Found a floppy
Now,
disk.
something I didn't mention is that not only is Amy like incredible brain, amazing grades, she's also better than Usagi at video games.
A gamer girl?
She's like Mondo Gamer Girl, pulls a whole crowd while she's getting the high score on Sailor V Adventures.
20,000 points.
Yeah, well, the man says it's over 100,000, but yes, the screen
The screen
shows
says
6,000.
60.
You just have to believe
Which
it.
I thought was really funny. I loved it though. No, I love that she was just like really good at it. Yes. Episode 5 was
Yeah,
hilarious.
so Luna goes to log in to the space network
Dude,
at the
yeah.
arcade, and Luna's password is I love tuna fish and field mouse pudding. Field mouse pudding is nothing. That's not a thing. You're a cat. You can't make pudding. And no humans make this. So
They're not
what
going to
is
make it
that?
for you. They're not going to do that for you.
I don't care if it's your birthday, Luna. You're not getting field mouse pudding.
I am not going to blend another mouse for you.
Oh no! A mouse go brrr.
I thought the voice that the computer used was really funny. Like, it was very like, hello, Luna. Would you like to connect to cyberspace? It just had a vibe that I thought was a little familiar.
I just realized that the recording has absolutely just picked up me snorting.
Oh,
So I'm
sorry.
so sorry. in
Unfortunately,
advance.
going to have to
No,
leave that in.
don't.
Dang.
Oh, now that he's talked about it.
Yeah.
I loved that I also like that, like, the whole arc of the Sailor Says was give school a chance, and the whole time Serena's like, you want to read on the weekend? Who reads? And Amy's like, I like going to a library. Yeah.
What kind of alien are you?
The struggle of Sailor Says to connect some sort of lesson to the end of these episodes is so funny.
The reach is amazing.
The second one,
You should carpool. I was like, what?
you've heard Max summarize the episode, and I feel like if you've not seen this, to understand that they connect the plot that was described to pollution in a way that makes no sense.
No
Because they say,
sense.
hey, like, if only we could get rid of buses permanently and there's smog, and then it tells kids to use public
use the bus.
transportation.
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
what are you
use the bus.
saying?
Use the bus. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You probably
Why?
won't get kidnapped by the bus
bus.
evil people, the evil bus people.
No, by the evil bus people. No. Nope. That's crazy. Also, in episode 5, math battle. Fuck
Math
that.
battle.
I was also on board
yeah.
with Serena going, no, because I have a math anxiety. It's like, no.
Got homework shot at you.
If the evil villain was asking me math problems, I would not even attempt. Like, you can't even,
No.
there's no way. I would never do this.
I would just die. I'd be like, no, I'm good. No, I'll just die now. Thank you. I'm good.
I wrote down some choice dialogue.
Yes, please.
From Usagi, episode 5. Comic books are my only means of survival.
I feel that.
Oh, Kostrak, it's
Yeah.
you.
Read a lot of manga.
Also, Usagi, episode 5. Walking home from school. Can't wait to get home and have a snack.
Ooh, that's me.
Yep.
It's me.
When she busts in to save Sailor Mercury, and Sailor Mercury says something like, what are you having some kind of an issue here or something like that? And she goes, more like a total meltdown crisis, Amy.
Immediately breaking the facade that she is a superintendent or something.
100%. How you just know me? You're a superintendent. You shouldn't know me from Adam. A mental breakdown crisis.
You know, we see this immediate
Meltdown
like
crisis.
throwing away happen a lot. I feel like the villains also do this, where the moment
Oh, yeah.
an ounce
Oh, yeah.
of scrutiny is thrown at them, the mask comes off, they turn into a monster and try to kill you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
And the demon in the teacher demon had some cool, like Carnage bioweapon formation. Like, she was a little
arm
scary.
turns into an axe. Like,
Axe?
yeah,
that was pretty sick. That was pretty sick. I was like, okay, I'm here for that. I want to know, and I wonder if this was something that was removed in the edit, or if it was like in an episode we didn't see. But like, how Luna can see the sigils on the foreheads of the other scouts. Like, how does Luna, like, how is that, like, because clearly the only person who can see it is Luna. So I wonder how that works. Like, I don't need a huge explanation, but it's just like, Luna is like, because, you know, that was the whole thing with episode 5, is that Luna suspected Amy of being part of the Negaverse.
Right.
And so then her sigil flashes on her forehead, and I was like, that's a really cool thing, but I wonder if we're ever going to get an explanation as to why Luna can see or sense it, and if she can, why didn't she sense it like immediately with Amy when she met her the first time as the cutest cat ever when she jumps on Amy's shoulder.
I think Luna's just playing it fast and loose. No idea what's going on.
Absolutely no idea. Although I do like that she can like create objects, like magical objects out of nothing. That was actually very cool to see her like
Is that
make.
coming out of a pocket dimension, or is she creating that?
I don't know, but I really thought it was cool. It was very
Yeah,
cute.
do a
I
cat
enjoyed
flip
it very much.
and make a magic wand. Hell yeah.
Kitty flip, magic wand.
So
I
I'm
love
curious to know more about like the nature of what's going on with these girls and their relationship to these powers. Like, I know that we got the barest hint of exposition in the first episode about how Sailor Moon Usagi is inheriting these powers of Sailor Moon. She's like the Moon's chosen envoy or whatever. So like, what is it about Amy and Ray? You know, like is this inborn?
Yeah.
Were they chosen like actively at some point or what? Like, I would
There
love to know
is
more
an
about
answer
that.
to that, but it's like, I think it's spoilers way down the line,
it. Oh, got it.
because there is a reason why they're all the Sailor Scouts, and
Oh.
that makes sense within the story.
Oh, okay.
Well, for the sake of the goof, I'm gonna assume it's Ray's granddad giving him super duper whammy blessings.
It was probably the blessings, Stevie. Let's
super duper whammy
For
blessings.
peace and happiness and good grades.
Yeah.
I don't trust this old guy.
Yeah.
That old guy was the best.
He was funny. I was bracing myself for, you know, the thing that happens with,
What old men do
funny
in
old
anime.
guys in anime. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that didn't really. I mean, he. You know.
Look what happens when you let women make anime.
Yeah, literally. Look what happens when you let women make anime.
Wow.
100%. He was just an old guy who didn't put his fucking glasses on and
He
was
just did a
trying
funny
to
dance that we all got to laugh at and enjoy.
push a buck. He was like, let me try to make sure that the property taxes are paid on this property by pushing these little charms. But I did really like super duper whammy blessing.
Same.
Ray's grandpa comes back. He is actually a commonly featured character in this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love
so if
that.
you're going
I
to
love
continue
that.
watching Sailor Moon, you'll see more of Ray's grandpa. Did you, either of you, I pulled out also the line that Usagi uses when she transforms into a flight attendant. She proclaims, "This bus is under arrest for making totally bogus runs."
That's such a good line.
I didn't realize she put the bus under arrest.
She
I thought
did.
it was a bus driver.
No, she put this whole bus under arrest.
The whole bus. Round it up, boys. Put it in the back of the wagon.
Totally bogus runs.
Totally bogus runs. Oh my god. I just laser focused on the fact that she tried to arrest somebody as a flight attendant. I was like, baby, that's not how your jurisdiction works. Also, you're
you
not
know
a
what?
marshal. You can't just arrest people.
I'm going to take Usagi's side on this. We do see the buses fly.
This is valid.
Buses do
This
fly
is
up into
valid.
the air into a
As the
portal.
buses-
Maybe there was a level of logic there.
I mean, flight attendants actually have a lot of power. They have a ton
Yeah,
of
didn't
power.
they duct tape somebody to a seat
Yes,
recently?
they did.
Yes,
They did.
this happened.
They did.
great. Love that.
They are really
Support them.
Yep, they have duct tape. They duct tape somebody to a seat. They are actually the people who can essentially just call for the flight marshals to like arrest people and get them escorted off planes. Actually, yeah, flight
Sky law.
attendants have a lot of it's nuts. Flight attendants actually have a lot of power. Immediately make the bus
That's a
a
big
prison
sell.
bus. I just
criminal
make
bus.
just turn the bus into a prison bus. Ew, carceral bus.
Wait, yeah, that point
Never-
just blew my mind, Stevie. Are all prison buses that were bad?
Michel Foucault never imagined the level that our society would descend to. Michel Foucault never watched Sailor Moon. He would have known.
Oh no. All buses are bad become jail buses.
A B A B A B.
Oh,
I did pull one more line out, and Max, it's one that you clipped.
oh yes.
Oh, thank you.
It's the one that I marked as Incel Jed.
Yeah, this is bad. This is
Zap the energy right out of those vapid, giggling girls.
Yeah. Oh, so gross.
this is gonna date us, Newland. But whenever I hear the word vapid, my mind travels back in time with me to high school somethingawful.com forums.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dang, wow.
This is Jed
Whoa.
posting, lurking on GBS and posting every once in a while.
Wow.
I think that, hey, you know what? If Jed went on GBS, that would actually be a great place to harvest the energy of unwitting humans.
this is true.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Oh, this was a thing. At the beginning, Jed's like, I have a better plan, Queen Beryl. And Queen Beryl's like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
Sure.
Like, she's very uninterested in
You
his
mean
plan.
the same thing you've been doing over and over again, trying to get a little bit of human energy
Yes.
through essentially a scam.
Yeah.
And then a 14-year-old girl stops you.
Yes, she's like so disinterested because she's like so disappointed in him. She's like,
Can
yeah,
you just go start killing people?
Yeah.
Like, this is what is this?
right. Why are we still doing this dance, Jedite? Jed, get it
Jed.
together.
Jed.
She's so
Her name is
ridiculous.
Jed.
Jed. It's a horrid name.
There is one more line also where Usagi's classmate calls. I clipped this one as well. Usagi's classmate calls Jed a hunkosaurus.
I forgot about
You
that.
know, here's the thing. I feel a little sorry for Molly because now that Sailor Moon has other friends who are also superheroes, I think we're going to be getting a lot less Molly.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
I think she's gonna appear less. Mm-hmm. All of the
gonna miss
school
that voice.
friends are gonna go away. I know. I'm used to her voice now. Like, I am not.
I'm used to all of it now. I've become acclimated to this environment.
That's the thing. It
Yeah.
only took a couple episodes. Again,
Yeah.
I could watch this whole show this way.
Yeah, mostly because it's so unhinged, man. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen next in this show.
It cuts out at random fucking time, multiple.
The transitions come out of nowhere.
Transitions are so jarring, but you get used to it after a while because they still interrupt the middle of scenes that you just don't see.
Yeah.
Like a
Characters
lot.
will have like 3-line conversations that don't go anywhere
Don't
and
go
last
anywhere.
all of 15 seconds.
Absolutely,
It's-
like the moment between Serena and her mom where she's laughing at like a panel in a manga and her mom like laughs with her for like 2 seconds and is like, you need to go study. Like out of nowhere, I'm like, Jesus Christ, the whiplash. Like,
The amount of characters yelling their lines as the scene transitions away is so good. It's like they're trying to catch up with the audience. Like, no, please.
yes. And I'm never gonna not love the tiara transition. That one and and the moons and the stars that like fly in and fly out. Like I just love the transition animations. I actually love
My
them.
favorite is when the frame flies backwards into a what is it, like the voltaic ball, like
Yes!
the ball lightning,
Yes!
and then zooms back out to the full screen. I did clip one of those. I'll share with you.
They did another one. What they did was the screen like got smaller and then was surrounded by a bunch of little rainbow moons, and then it like spun around really fast and then came back up to normal size.
Yeah.
The important thing here is that these are not generic like Adobe Premiere things. These are custom, like the moons on them, the pieces.
Yeah.
These were built for this show,
Yeah.
and they are not in the original Japanese version.
Which is so wild to me. Like they were built for this version, like this dub, and it's like so wild to me that they put all
Somebody
this effort
spent
in.
a lot of time on
A
these.
lot of time.
Back in the day, like this is not. Some of this editing is not as easy as it is these days.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all really did, y'all put y'all foot into this. I'm so proud of you. These are so ridiculous. They're great. They're great. Also, I really like they're faster. The animations, the animations from Mercury and Mars are faster and they're more similar, obviously, because Sailor Moon's like his title character.
Sailor Moon's the star. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Sailor
gets
Moon's
the
a
big
star,
one.
but I still like their transition animations, like their transformation animations. I like theirs too. I think they're
Yeah,
very
I like
cool.
the fact that we're going to get multiple of them,
Me
in
too.
ongoing episodes.
Me too.
And in this to see like, oh yeah, they're squadding up.
Yes, absolutely. And I also, this is such a small thing, but it's honestly one of my favorite things is that all of them have different shoes. I just absolutely love the fact that Mars
Yes,
is in like
I
these
noticed
fire
that
red
too.
pumps. I love that she's in like
Yeah.
these cool fucking pumps, and I'm like, yes,
Striking.
come on.
The
you
costume
better.
the costume tells you something about the character. So it's
Yeah.
serving a theatrical purpose.
Yes, it's so cool. I was like, the transitions are really, really sweet, and they're really cute because they're similar, especially for like Mars and Mercury. The beginning like animation seems like it's very similar, but then like the rest of it is like different. To show off like what their powers actually, how they manifest, like the bubble and the fire and all that stuff. But I still was like, okay, I get it. I was like, 10-year-old me is like, what? This is cool. But I was all about robots and boys with long hair at that time. So
You weren't into the tuxedo mask types?
I can't stand him. I still can't stand. I couldn't stand. I know I couldn't. Mostly because he's useless. He serves no purpose other than to be antagonistic and then
What are you talking about? He
drive
drove the
buses.
bus.
Yeah. When a man shows up in a tuxedo and drives a bus for you,
Thanks.
That's
you know
amore.
what? I will tell my fiance this. I will tell him that if you're not driving me a bus, what are
it's
you
a
doing?
very common fantasy in the bedroom.
that fantasy and also eating a big steak.
So which of us is going to be the bus driver and which of us is going to be the flight attendant and acting Skylaw?
Every time you say Skylaw, I think of Skynet, and I don't know
Maybe
why.
there will be an episode of Sailor Moon in which the girls have to deal with, a rogue AI
Terminators.
come to life. Yeah, Terminators.
Now that's a crossover.
Queen Beryl's dad says, "I've had enough fucking around. Get me that goddamn energy, you idiot."
They just summon RoboCop, essentially. Just comes in and just starts murdering
I'm
people.
literally getting on AO3 right now. Sailor Moon, Terminator. Sailor Moon versus Terminator, La
Let's-
Amenaza de Black Moon by Tarma_Jones.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
First thing that came up.
Please read
People
this.
This is a
great.
beautiful world we live in. Fans
Please
are
read that for your Audible audition, Newland, please.
Unfortunately, it is in Spanish, which I do not speak.
Dang.
Don't know if the title gave that away or not.
I'm sure it's really good though.
It better be.
It's probably brilliant. Fandom, not always a mistake, as it turns out. Sometimes
No.
fans are good.
They're the best. Oh my god.
So we've done 3 episodes on Sailor Moon, and that's our usual sampler size.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already have my eyes on the future. I would stick with Sailor Moon because it is fun.
Yeah.
If this were just a show where we
We're
did that
coming
kind of
back
thing.
for sure.
we got
right?
to.
We're gonna
got
come back,
to.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the meantime, though, there is a certain series that's back in the news after years and years and years
Oh, buddy.
of
Yeah?
zero
Oh.
media attention.
Are you
Boy.
really? Is it, you're gonna give me this, Newland? Oh no.
I think it's about time for us to get acquainted with Vash the Human Stampede.
I'm so excited. I remember seeing bits and pieces of this. I can actually talk a little bit about this one. Oh boy.
We're about to see if there really are 3 guns in Trigun.
Come on, let's do Trigun, baby. I love this anime.
I'm so happy about how happy this is making you. I've seen like 1 episode of Trigun, and it was when I was in like middle school, I think. So
man.
we'll see. I don't know. My heart is open. I like Vash. He seems like a cool character.
Oh my god, another one of my romantic archetypes. Let's go.
I used to be very anti using CGI in anime, but the clips they've shown of the new Trigun
Yeah.
look pretty fucking cool.
I'm actually
if
quite
I may
excited
say
for
so.
it. Yeah.
There are some studios now that are using it in a way that is palatable to me.
Same.
In the
Dragon
past,
Ball
there has been
Superhero.
a weird
Yeah.
sort of stiltedness to them that I just could not stomach. But they're starting to match the bombastic animation and
Yeah.
Yes.
the fluidity and the flexibility of character models.
I completely
that
agree.
allows for like real animation.
There was one that I saw that was really, really awkward, and me and my older roommate at the time were trying to get through it, and I think we just kind of collectively abandoned it without like agreeing. We just were like, we're not gonna watch this anymore, right? Which was Knights of Sidonia, which was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one was.
I think I tried that one too. I've tried
was
honestly
weird.
like a dozen of these shows, and not many of them have stuck.
Knights of Sidonia uses like they blend CGI and animation together, and it didn't always sing. I've noticed that I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, it looks like Cannon Busters also kind of does, but it seems like it kind of makes it shake. And another one that actually I think does a pretty good job of like doing the CG and the animation kind of stuff is the Guts reboot.
Oh shit! Really?
I didn't hate it.
Oh, yeah,
I
the new
didn't hate-
Berserk.
The new Berserk. I said thank you, the Guts reboot. The new Berserk. The new Berserk does it, and I didn't hate it. And I expected to not like it because of the Knights of Sidonia exposure that I had, because it looked kind of similar. But it kind of works out because of the amount of like wild shit that just happens in the Berserk universe that I didn't actually hate it too much. So I'm looking forward to seeing this Trigun like prequel thing or something or whatever it looks like it's going to be that's coming out next year.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a prequel.
I think it's a
like
prequel,
the-
like how the twin brothers got separated, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to that.
You know what else is very cool is that this new episode where we watch the first 2 episodes of Trigun, that's your mission. We're going to have our very first guest host joining us. So for that episode, you will have 4 hosts on Afterschool Anime Club, and I get to play a game that requires 3 people
Oh,
because we'll be joined by Moonshot's very own Riley Hopkins,
Yes!
it's
What a
gonna be
get.
Riley.
who you may know from Twitter at RevRyeBread. They're one of the people behind Moonshot and its original network name, The Orange Groves. So if you've ever played a game of Interstitial or listened to the podcast named after Interstitial, then you'll recognize Riley. And we're very glad that apparently they just started watching Trigun like just recently.
Oh,
I knew it was a perfect opportunity. because of that.
absolutely, yes.
And also, it should be quite easy to actually watch along with us if you haven't been doing that in the past. I understand these are hard series to find. Trigun's on Hulu,
Yep.
so you can just watch it on Hulu if you want. And as far as I know, there's only one English dub. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's not this bizarre
God,
confusion
the
we
hell
had.
that we just went through.
No.
God.
I feel
Dude.
like out of all of the ones that we've done, I think Sailor Moon's the only one that's had like a wackadoo dub so far.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's had like wackadoo dubs.
We had to
I think
like
we have some other ones ahead of us.
the way we had to find these episodes.
Yo.
I don't want to tell on myself or anybody else, but like we had the Internet Archive did not have as complete a collection on Sailor Moon as I previously believed.
Yeah. No, we had to go all
and
over the
it-
place. The furthest.
Lost
It took
media
some
is a
searching.
serious problem.
Yeah, honestly,
is.
it is, and it's wild, like how it's not, and it's like it's one of those things where it's not just that it's like it'd be one thing if it's like, oh, this one company like kept it and just like didn't release it. Like I'm thinking of like, for example, like Aaliyah's Masters or whatever that like took forever to drop, like in terms of music. But like this is like you can't find it. Like it's like what happened to the
got
company?
thrown in the garbage.
It literally got like tossed out, and like you just can't find it at all, and it's nuts, dude. It's
This
crazy.
has been like basically disavowed by the people who create it, but they still won't let you give them money for it.
which is nuts.
Yeah. So make copies of things. I didn't expect to be making impassioned pleas for like the history of data media
Pirate
preservation. but here
everything.
we
No,
are.
I will. Pirate everything. Save it. Physical
Save
media
it.
is the future.
Yeah.
Preserve our history.
Yeah.
You really have to. And like I know like they found an old lost episode of Sesame Street a few months ago as
I
we're
mean,
recording
low
this.
key, high key, with the way that plastic doesn't motherfucking decompose, you might as well.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's the
Shit.
point, right? Like that's why
Truly.
we have compact discs, because that shit's gonna stick around.
For like eons. Why not? Shit.
I hope so.
Why not?
I mean, look, when you watch Cowboy Bebop, Ed is running around with a VCR on the top on their head. So
We saw floppy disks today.
we sure
you
did
know?
see floppy disks
It's, technology's fun.
actually, I think in the Cowboy Bebop movie, they go to like a relic shop, like a shop of like, you know, like it's on Earth, and like it's like where people go and they scrap stuff and they find, and there was a Betamax like on the dude's wall, dude. Like there was like a Betamax on it. I was like, what? I don't know if you
We
haven't
should probably
seen,
watch Bebop too, huh?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
We should
you won't
check
get
Bebop
there.
out.
We'll get to.
I actually
we'll
haven't
get to
seen Bebop. Can I be real? Can I?
What?
Losing all my anime cred. I have not seen
you're
Bebop.
Not. Oh my god, that's so cool that you've never seen Bebop. That's
Oh, we're gonna get a first watch out of you
hell
on this.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's gonna be cool to hear from somebody who's never seen it before, but as an avid anime watcher, to not only like, this is one of my favorite things about this podcast is that like, since we are all avid anime watchers, we watch new anime, we watch old anime and all this stuff. It's to see how like the animes that got big here, how they influenced anime that we watch today. Like
Exactly.
it is so wild to me to see how to watch Sailor Moon now and to see how the people who watch Sailor Moon now, like back in the day when we were kids, how they implemented some of this stuff, or honestly expanded some of these questions that we're asking now, like as these podcasters, and put it into Puella, into Madoka Magica. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, like it's so cool to see how like all of this
It
times a flat
blossomed
circle,
out
man.
into the overall creative culture. I mean, I really think these are pieces that we can look down the ages, and even like super modern things today, even Western things. You look at like a lot of kids' cartoons now are taking stuff from this era because it's kids who were raised on this that are now these animators.
100%. Like, I mean, and I was sitting here.
Yeah. We made jokes about how Ema from Owl House is a Ryoko. But like literally, like
but are
that.
we
The
wrong?
creator was like, "Yeah, she's a Ryoko."
Boom. But are we wrong? Like, and I was sitting here singing the Sailor Moon, you know, opening song, and I was like, why does this have super strong Steven Universe opening song
because
vibes?
it's Sailor Moon is all over that show.
Boom, like all over
sure,
that show,
for sure.
like for sure. Like, and it's just like, and it's one of these things. So I'm just excited for you to see, like, because I feel like Cowboy Bebop was such a formidable piece of anime when it came over here, and how it like inspired so much stuff, and how it also was kind of like an ode to jazz, which is a very American thing, and like it's
Space
Totally.
jazz, yeah.
it's fucking sick, dude. I can't wait for us to get to that. That'll be
Anime
very
Club
fun.
rules.
Anime Club forever.
Anime Club forever. Anime Club 5 ever.
Anime Club 5 ever. And thank you for joining us on this journey. Thank you, listener,
Yeah.
also for joining us on this journey. I think that's all I got for Sailor Moon.
I think that's it.
at
Let's
this time.
let's close out this meeting.
Let's ring that bell.
All right. Well, that bell means this week's meeting of the After School Anime Club has come to a close. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you, and if you'd like to follow us online, you can. We're on Twitter at Anime Club Pod. I'm on Twitter at MaxNewland_. Stevie, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter under the handle A Smattering on both platforms.
And Mr. Kostrak.
And you can only find me on Twitter. It's at Max_attacks.
Moonshot Network is our home on the internet, and there are so many lovely shows on Moonshot, including, did you know we are not the only anime podcast on Moonshot?
No, I didn't. I thought there was
We
some-
have a sister series called Okashina Podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't know that. Sorry.
Okashina is, they examine more modern anime. So if you want to get your fix of anime club style content, but about shows that are like on TV now, check out Okashina Podcast.
We're going to cover the full breadth of anime history between the two of us.
We got
That's
it.
what I'm hoping, really.
We got it.
That's because, we got that niche cornered for the 30-year-olds who are still watching cartoons, and proud of it, I should add.
Hell yeah.
And they got the niche covered for, younger people who are still watching cartoons.
And the 24-year-olds who are still watching cartoons.
Yeah. Anyway, there are lots of other great shows on Moonshot. You should check them out. They're on Twitter at Moonshot Pods. They're on Twitch and Patreon/Moonshot Network.
And they just did a dunk tank.
I was going to say, this is a couple weeks past when this episode comes out, but please go to YouTube and check out the VOD for the dunk tank.
For the dunk tank, because
Yeah.
it's real good.
That's Riley. They're the ones who are going to be joining us for the next episode, so you can get a little dose. Anyway, the last thing is, of course, tell your friends about After School Anime Club. We would really love it if more people heard our show, because we know there are lots of anime fans out there in the world. And the more anime fans are listening, the bigger our community can get, and the more people can hear about, Skylaw and
We're going to be a real club.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon X Jackass and the fact that minions have names and things like that.
The classics.
That was so
The
good.
classics of anime.
And putting cars in your car so you can car while you car.
Nude car.
Other classics of internet, such as these.
Such as these.
And of course, if you leave us a 5-star review that's particularly funny or entertaining and contains your doctor's daily recommended dose of 0 chicken-headed shit, I'll read it on the air.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we are so glad we got to spend this time with you. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the next meeting.
Chew that umeboshi, baby. Chew it slowly.
Dawn! Quit your fancy ASMR dreaming and wake up!
What?
We're back!
Who's back?
Okashina Podcast Anime with Friends, of course!
Oh, never heard of it.
I have.
Who are you?
I'm Victoria. I'm joining Okashina Podcast as the third chair.
Nani?
Would everyone stop screaming?
Why, I'm glad you asked. Okashina Podcast Anime with Friends is a podcast in which two childhood besties, me, Sabrina, and you, Dawn, and you, Victoria, watch anime together and then discuss what we watched with restrained delight.
That's 3 people.
Sounds boring. I'm going back to bed.
You can't! You'll miss all the weird, wild, under-the-radar anime we cover.
I never agreed to this.
It's fun! Check us out on the Moonshot Podcast Network.
Insert joke.